Maybe we need to check some in-car cams. Looks like the pace car is in. And Garrett Kinder's off to a great start, leaving Logan Sturgeon and the 10 car Fry Hubbard in the dust. Whoa! Big save, big save. Cold tires must have bit him. I mean, he's only 1.4 seconds back. He has a fast car. I really feel like he could get back up there and get back in that mix.
What a, I mean, still, it can be hard to save a car like that, especially even though it's such a wide track. If you overcorrect way too much and turn that wheel to the right, uh, you can send your car into that outside wall. So thankfully, he was able to save that. As we do have a battle for the lead building here between Kinder and Sturgeon. It seems like Sturgeon has the faster short run car, and then as the run goes on, Garrett Kinder definitely seems to be the fastest car. As last lap, Sturgeon was faster, barely, but he was faster. But the fastest person on track, that man in the fourth position, Fry Hubbard.
Yeah, he's going to be on a mission from God here if he wants that lead.
As we go back here to Fry, we have some nice battles going back on here for sixth position. Charles Elmore and Sam Wetstein. Sam going to the bottom. He's going to take that sixth position away from. Actually, that's Jason Madsen. I apologize. So takes that away from Jason Madsen. See if he can go fight for that fifth position.
Yeah, Jason Matson was in the back of the pack at the very start. He's making his way up front.
The battle for the lead is still heating up. Logan not able to make any moves yet, but once again we're seeing on newer tires they're just the top four of this entire group stick together pretty well.
I think Logan Surgeon's just going to sit back and let him burn up his tires, trying to hold that lead, and then he's going to make the move for the lead back.
Yeah, last time Garrett Kinder he was back in the pack, so he had dirty air on fresher tires. So we'll see how he can manage his tires this time by being in clean air to start. We'll see how he manages the tires there. As we see Matthew Mann coming for that second position. Also, I talked about these front four, but Charles Elmore in that fifth position sneaking up on the top four here. Just behind him, Sam Wetstein. These guys are not letting that top four get away too quick. I mean, I just find it amazing that these guys are able to just gap themselves between the rest of the field and together at that. Because you talked about in the beginning how their qualifying speeds were so close together. But even in race speed, these guys are able to stay together on fresher tires and build a gap over the rest of the field.
Yeah, they're really starting to stretch it out, almost a second.
Yeah, you said it. Almost a second lead over Elmore. As not a lot of battling going on around the track. Everybody's relatively spread out. As this top four, though, they are soon. They're going to start battling here. As you know that Matthew Mann and Fry Hubbard, they're going to get a little bit impatient soon and maybe want to get that second position and go for the lead.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't take much longer to get right back hooked up on that back bumper. If there's a dark horse to win this race, it is Mr. Fry Hubbard in that 10 car.
Last time by, though, fastest on the track was Josh Lokenvitz. In that,
he drifted up there and almost opened that door for the.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was looking at the scoreboard. Our fastest lap last time, Josh Lokenvitz in the 7th position, currently fighting Sam Wedstein for that 6th position. So it looks like he's going to start battling towards the top 5 here, and maybe he'll have something to say, as they are battling for 2nd position currently. Matthew Mann just not able to complete the pass just yet, and if he's not careful, he's going to get passed by Fry Hubbard.
Yeah, the more Logan focus on keeping those guys behind him, the more I think Garrett Kinder's going to open that lead up.
Yeah. As the leader, the goal is always is hoping that people behind you battle. As it looks like Logan's gaining here for the lead.
Yeah, the best thing Logan can do right now is put the blinders on, get his elbows up, and dig.
Yeah, I mean, last time it was Kindler catching him and passing him for the lead as the tires grew older, and it looks like maybe this time around.
They're side by side for 3rd. Nope. Fry Hubbard cannot secure the pass.
Yeah, you know he wants to gain these positions as quick as he can, because you know he most likely doesn't want to race Garrett Kinder on too old of tires, because then it can become relatively hard to make a pass if they're too old. As he's going to the inside of Matthew Mann here, we'll see if he can make it stick.
Nah, not quite.
No, Matthew Mann's going to make a move for 2nd position. And he has that outside line, which has looked good when battling 3 wide there.
Fry Hubbard's going to throw his hat in the ring.
We were 3 wide for a split second out of that turn there.
Like Logan Sturgis might drop all the way back to 4th.
Yeah, that's what happens to you when one person comes to your outside, takes the position away from you, slows you down on that inside, and if the person behind is close enough, they can take advantage of you being slowed down by that person on the outside, and that's what happened to Logan there as he drops back to 4th.
Yeah, because once you get somebody on your outside, if you're not running triple monitors, when that spotter says car outside, you really got to focus and make sure you hold your line. And if even that means just lifting for a split second, that person can just drive right around you.
Looked like Logan was getting to the back bumper of Fry there, but he doesn't end up getting there, as I'm noticing another battle going on back here. Josh Lokenvitz taking another spot, it looks like, as Charles Elmore gets tight there on the outside. Josh Lokenvitz breaking into the top 5. I mean, we've seen speed from him, and he's showing out right now.
Yeah, well, Charlie Elmore's not going to go down without a fight, though. If he tries to get under him, I don't think he's going to quite get there, but he'll be right on his bumper going down the backstretch.
Yeah, you're right. He's not giving up that spot just yet.
Got a really good drive off turn 2. And we'll see if he can repeat that on turn 4. Yeah, they're side by side.
A great move from Elmore here It looked like Logan Vince was fast and was going to just fly on by, but, Elmore's not going to give up that spot. But while that's
And
happening, Sam
yeah, Sam's
Wetstein,
gonna throw his hat in this battle.
he's going to pass him on the outside. So taking that inside on Logan Vince hurts Elmore as he gets passed by Sam. And Sam gets into that 6th spot. He's going to go try to get that 5th spot. A lot of good battles going on throughout the pack now, as the lead once again has spread to 1.2 seconds, as it looks like Kinder on old tires he's far faster than everybody else right now. It's not too big of a lead, but it's one of the bigger leads we've seen tonight so far. Whatever package these Xfinity cars are running here for Kentucky, it's cause for some good racing so far.
A lot of side-by-side racing. It's good racing.
And one thing to mention, if we stay green for a little while longer, we're going to start seeing lap cars come into play for these guys, as we are 50 laps in, halfway through this race. These, if we stay green long enough, Kinder's going to have to deal with traffic just like everybody behind him is going to. But as the leader, nobody wants to get passed by the leader and be lapped, just in case there is a caution. They don't want to be a lap down. So we're gonna see what Kinder's made of in terms of working with lap traffic soon.
One thing I've noticed, I've raced with this league since the first round of the Sunday night series, is the lappers are usually pretty good about getting out of the leader's way. But with this being a fun run, there's who could say what could happen.
Yeah, it's not a points race. It's strictly like it's in the title. It's a fun race, so maybe everybody will use more aggression than they usually would if they were in an impactful race. So we'll see when it comes to it. He's about 8 seconds away from Mike Uribe, so we'll see how that turns out. I thought we were going to have it looks like we have a little bit of a battle going on for 6th here, as Michael Swink introducing himself into this battle, just behind the 20 car of Charles Elmore. See if he can take 2 positions away. He's going to get to the inside of Charles Elmore. He's going to get that spot, and he's close to being inside of Sam Wetstein. He's going to take 2 spots in one front stretch. It looked like Sam was just being easy there and let him have it so that nothing bad could happen to the 2 of them side by side.
Let's see if Mr. Wetstein's got anything for Swink here. Don't count out Charlie Elmore. He's been fighting back in every battle.
Yeah, it looks like Elmore's going to take it away from him back there. As Elmore's up to 7th, Sam Wetstein falls to the 8th position.
He has a nice little slide job coming out of 4.
Yeah, able to pull it off as long as you don't hit that wall and don't get run over by the person behind you. You make that work, as he did there. Go back up to the 2nd spot. Not really racing each other right now, but Fry Hubbard, we mentioned, he's going to want to get through this field as quickly as he can. Well, he hasn't. He had the speed early on. It looked like he had the fastest lap and was going to be able to get to these guys, but he settled in the 3rd, maybe taking a little bit easy. But hey, Garrett Kinder, almost a 2-second lead now. Definitely stretching it out, as we do have somebody on pit road, Sam Wetstein. Looks like he's going to pit for fresh tires and fuel.
We're gonna get into some green flag pit stops.
Yeah, Josh Lokenvent's coming into the pits as well. Charles Elmore. Sam Wetstein has caused a commotion because now everyone is pitting. We'll see if Garrett Kinder is gonna stay out here, or if he's gonna pit soon.
If I were Logan, I would short pit and see if he can't gain some track time while these guys are on pit road, because he's falling back considerably. Almost 5.5 seconds off the leader.
Yep, as you see on the score that he has seventh place down, a lap down right now. Kinder does. So if he can just, if he wants to, he can stay out there as long as he can without it affecting him personally, and see if a caution can come out. But you got to think that he's had a dominating enough lead that he could probably pit and keep the lead easily. So I'm not sure he wants to stay out too long, but we'll see what he does.
I mean, he's still got a two-second lead. He just looks like he's in the zone and just clicking his laps.
Yeah, we're gonna see the tire. We're gonna see what the times look like as he does pull down into pit road.
Coming in. Now, under green, do you gamble and try and take 2 tires if you're any of the top 4? Looks like did Matthew Mann just follow him in?
Yeah, he followed him in. Personally, I don't think anybody's going to take 2 just because there still is around 40 laps to go. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't think any of these people up here have taken 2 tires. Logan Vince leading over Elmore and Wetstein. But Logan Sturgeon and Fry Hubbard have come out in front of him, so it looks like he did take 4. As we have a wrecker, it sounds like.
That's not what you want on green flag pit stops.
Evan and Mick. Let's see what happened to Evan here. Looks like maybe he was just coming into pit and spun out, I would think. Or did he just get loose? Oh, he just got loose. Just lost the car. Was able to keep the car straight, though, as he looks like he's struggling a little bit here. Those tires are going to be a lot hotter now, although he did just pit. So maybe that's... Oh, and Leader is spinning out Garrett Kinder as the caution is out. 2 cars spun out after pitting and green flag pit stops, and the cold tires have proven to, I mean, just hurt you in these turns. As 2 cars in 3 and 4 spin out almost the exact same spot. Maybe there's water on the track we don't know about.
That dang water bottle must have got hit.
Yeah, that water bottle just leaked a bunch of fluid on the on the track. As the leader spins out, he falls back to 5th position. So, I mean, that caution, the only people that caution really hurts are Uribe, Mick, and Rice, but I think Rice was already a lap down, and I don't know if Uribe and Mick were a lap down due to green flag pit stops, but if they were, that kind of hurts them. Uribe, though, he's going to be able to take the free pass, and the rest of the guys, if they want to stay out, should get a wave around, though I don't think they'll get a wave around if these guys stay out, and I think they're going to stay out. Yeah, they should, because they just pit.
Yeah, everyone else who hasn't pit gets a free spot, or a free chance to pit.
Yep, it's Swink, Oswald, and Matson in the pits right now currently. We don't see Kinder going to the pits after spinning there, so we'll see what his tires look like and how they treat him on this next restart after spinning out there in turn 3 and 4.
I mean, these nice laps at 50, 55 miles an hour is a good chance to get them cooled down and kind of cool yourself down, collect your thoughts, and regroup to make another run at that lead.
Yeah, and, you know, two cars there spinning out on cold tires. We're about to have a restart with relatively cold tires, so we'll see if we have any self-spins again. Thankfully, in this race, we haven't had any, two-car contact or anything like that. The only wrecks we've had are those 2 self-spins. So these guys are keeping it pretty clean tonight.
Now, I think Fry Hubbard's going to be able to get out front and lead some laps here. I feel like he's been just as fast, if not faster, than Matthew all night.
Yeah, we're going to get to see on this exciting restart. The restarts have definitely been jam-packed with activity. The leader, though, I mean, everybody who's led on these restarts has been able to get away on the jump. But everybody behind him, second, third, all the way back, there's been great racing on these restarts. And until the tires get old, we've had great racing. So I'm looking forward to this restart. It looks like we're going to restart with around 37 to go or so. These guys will have 37 laps to figure out who's going to win this thing. And yeah, Ribe is back on the lead lap now. So 2 cars currently lap down or more. As you see, Rice 2 laps down. If we go through the positions here, we have Matthew Mann in that first position, Fry Hubbard in the second position, Logan Sturgeon in third, Josh Lokenvitz in fourth, and Garrett Kinder rounding out the top 5 so far. Charles Elmore in the 6th position, Sam Whetstone in that 7th position, Richard Williamson in that 8th, Michael Swink in 9th, and Josh Oswald rounding out the top 10. Jason Madsen in 11th, Mike Ribe in 12th, Evan Amick in 13th, and Tyler Rice rounding out the entire field. We have 14 cars tonight. That's the way they're running right now, but obviously there is 38 to go this time by, so a lot of positions can change very quickly.
Let's see if Logan Sturgeon can get back out front where he started.
Yeah.
But he's got to make the moves quick while he's got tires.
Yeah, you definitely know he wants to be back out there after leading early. Got passed by Kinder early, kind of early on, and since then he's been running between 2nd and 4th, which is still a good run so far, and we'll see where he can finish this race out. As it looks like we're going green this time by with 37 to go. We're going to see, one thing I want to watch here is if Fry Hubbard can get a good jump on this restart. Like I said, nobody's been able to match the leader on the restarts. So we're going to see if maybe he can get a better jump than anybody else has been able to get in second and fight for that lead off the jump.
Yeah, you really got to, after with the league rules, it's usually the initial green flag is on the lights, and every restart after that is on the leader. So you really got to watch your relative or out your window and just see when he goes, and then time it the best you can, and hope you don't spin your tires.
Yep, as we are coming back to the front stretch for our 3rd restart of the race so far. Man is going to lead the pack, and there we go, green, and Fry Hubbard does not get a good jump. And Logan Sturgeon behind the leader does get a great jump as he's going to look to take that 2nd position. See if he can get it here in turn 1 and 2.
I mean, we got a new cat here in the top 4 battle with Josh Lokenvitz. Let's see if he can get up there and make some moves towards the front.
Yeah, right behind our former race leader, Garrett Kinder, before spinning out. So, not sure if he'll be able to get by Kinder, but if he can, I think that will show that he has pretty good speed, because Kinder has been kind of the class of the field so far on the longer run. So we'll see if he can fight his way as we have a fight for the lead. Logan Sturgeon to the lead. You said it.
Yep.
You said it. Sturgeon wants that lead, and he went out and took it.
Yeah, but Fry Hubbard's knocking on that back door.
Yeah, you're correct. As Matthew Mann fell back 2 spots, and here comes Fry Hubbard on the back bumper of Logan Sturgeon right now. Down to the inside. He's not able to get it yet. Oh, car on the wall. Matthew Mann made contact with the wall, and he's going to fall back quickly here. That damage could hurt him very much here, as you know, it's a 1.5 mile track. We'll see how that hurts him aerodynamically. Top 3 here pulling away.
Garrett Kinder going to make a move for the second spot. He's going to let's see if he can carry that momentum down the backstretch and get right back up front. Looks like he is going to get to the quarter of the 26th, Logan Sturgeon.
What an impressive move by Kinder, although he's not able to do it, and he's going to fight for second. But to even be up here this quickly after spinning out, that's impressive. I questioned those tires after he spun out, but they look completely fine as of now.
Yeah, Lokovich is wanting to get his hat in the ring, too. He's not too far off the back bumper of Fry Hubbard.
We have
and Matthew Mann's going to make a move under him, try to get his fourth spot back.
Yeah, 6 or 7 car group here. And maybe even 8. Back to Michael Swink. As we'll go back here with Josh Lokenvitz trying to hold that 4th spot. Matthew Mann, I questioned if that would have hurt him aerodynamically, and well, he's fighting back right now. Down to the inside of Josh Lokenvitz, not able to get there though. Going to take the shortest way around the track and try to get to Lokenvitz's out inside, but not able to just yet. We're going to go back to the lead here. Garrett Kinder has taken the lead away from Logan Sturgeon, the new race leader, and he looks fast.
Lokovich is making a move on Fry Hubbard. They're door to door, coming into 3. Let's see what happens if he can carry the momentum out of 4 and secure the pass.
That's going to hurt him.
Matthew Mann, no, cannot hold it. And now Matthew Mann's going to get around him. Let's see if Lokovich can come back with something here in 1 and 2. He's really fast in 1 and 2.
I gave credit to Kinder for fighting back after spinning out. I got to give credit here to Matthew Mann after making contact with the wall to turn 2. Already back in the top 4, looking to take that 3rd spot away from Fry Hubbard soon.
If this is a preview of what we're going to be in for on the Friday nights, it's going to be a show.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to start broadcasting these races. These guys are, like you said, putting on a show right now, as it looks like Michael Swink going to come take that 6th spot away in that number 30 Toyota. Looks like Fry Hubbard.
If you didn't know any better, you said these guys are racing for a championship.
Absolutely. Fry Hubbard here coming for that 2nd spot. I don't know about you, but this is kind of what we expected from what we've seen so far in this race. It's looked like Hubbard and Kinder have had the better cars, and if Hubbard can get this 2nd spot away from Logan Sturgeon, we're going to see a fun race for the lead here. But Logan, maybe he can go up there and take the lead too. He has a car as well that can go take that lead. Any of these top 4 cars right now, I could see taking the lead.
If there's anybody who wants a late race caution, it is Logan Sturgeon. He has a tremendous short run car.
Absolutely, yeah.
The other 3, their cars don't come in until 10, 15 laps, it seems like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we get a caution in 15, 20 laps. We could get that late race caution with 10 to go maybe, and that'll definitely go towards Logan Sturgeon, as he's holding off so far Fry Hubbard from that 2nd spot.
Garrett Kinder hasn't been able to run away like he has the last 2 times.
Yeah, that's either him just taking it easy, or these guys behind him are getting better. And if these guys are getting better and matching Garrett's speed, that's only going to make it a better finish in the end, coming down with around 30 to go, or 25 to go next time by. So we're getting down to the thick of it, and it's going to be a fun race for the lead to end the race. It does look like Hubbard's a little bit faster than Logan right now.
Faster, but just not fast enough to make a move.
Yeah, it kind of looks like what we saw in real life a week ago in NASCAR. I mean, just, fast until you get to their bumper, and then you're not able to go anywhere. And that's what it looks like for Fry Hubbard right now. It's unfortunate. If he has enough speed, he'll be able to get by, but credit Logan Sturgeon. He's able to not make mistakes and hold off for that second position. And maybe he's hoping that the later this run goes, maybe his car will get faster and go fight Kinder for that lead.
The aero package giveth, and the aero package taketh away.
Yeah. As we have Mike Uribe in the pits. Looks like he might have wrecked. We're going to check this out here real quick and see what happened to Mike. Looks like he may have touched the wall.
Bounced the wall.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the wall out of 2. No, he looks good. Oh, there it is. So that's why he's in the pits, is we're going to come back to the leaders. Unfortunate for Mike, he just got back in the lead lap. He's going to go several laps down.
He rolled through, just barely rolled through his pit stall too.
As he'll go multiple laps down now as the leaders coming back to the front stretch.
A couple weeks ago, we raced the trucks here at Kentucky, and the wall gremlins were biting everybody.
Yeah, people talk about, Darlington's famous for the Darlington stripe, as it looks like Hubbard's going to take a look at the inside of Logan Sturgeon here. He's just not able to get it.
Good momentum. He's going to stick with him, see if he can make a move in 3 and 4.
Sturgeon's going to take that higher line. Let's see if that gives him momentum in the out. Coming out of the turn, as Hubbard is on his inside currently. He's even with him. If he can beat him in this turn, he's going to have that spot and go fight for the lead here. Might see a little bit of a dive bomb here. No, he's going to keep it down there and successfully take the second position away from Logan. And let's see what kind of speed Hubbard has now.
I called him to be my dark horse to the win of the race. Let's see if he can run Garrett Kinder down.
Yeah, Kinder's maintained about a 8/10 lead over him, but falling down. Looks like Kinder had a little bit of a slower entry than Hubbard into that turn, but that looks like it helps him on the exit as he gains it back.
Yeah, he really got a shot out of the corner like a rocket there.
20 to go now. This race is coming down to its last stint here. Within 20 laps to the finish, these guys are just running the tires off of these things right now.
Yeah, they're pushing to the ragged edge and then some.
Looks like Lokenvins and Madsen are in the pits right now. Not sure if those two got together. If there's a caution, I would check it out, but I want to keep you guys with these leaders, see if anything happens here coming down to the final laps. But if those two are pitting together, I only have to assume that maybe those two got together, as they are having 30-second plus pit stops. So unfortunate for those two as well, as Lokenvins in that 10th position. Now falling to a Mick, who's 1 lap down now. He was 2 laps down earlier, I believe. Field pretty well spread out now. It's kind of what we've come to expect. Early on, Josh Oswald in the pits as well. A lot of guys coming down to pit road. I don't know what the fuel looks like here, but I think they'd be good on fuel, correct? Well, they did last pit on lap 58, lap 57, 58. So it depends how long they can go on fuel. I'm not sure how long they can go.
This is about the pit window we had the last time.
Yeah, let's see what these guys do. I don't know, because Oswald is in the pits, and he has been in there for 30-plus seconds. So I think that is to do maybe with contact, but because usually it's a 15, 16 second, or 14, 15 second pit stop when you're pitting for tires. So once again, we can assume that maybe they got into something. As we'll see if they can make it on fuel. 15 to go this lap by. It's looking like if they couldn't make it on fuel, people would start pitting by now. Sam Wetstein, that 7th position, last time around, he was the one to start off the pit cycle. He pit, and almost immediately everybody else came around and pit. So
yeah, everyone outside the top 5 can't follow Sam down.
yeah, so I definitely think if they had to pit for fuel, they'd be doing it by now. So it looks like they're good on fuel, and nothing interesting is going to happen with pit cycles, because if you have to have a green flag pit stop with this little laps to go, and you make one tiny mistake, that can, as a Garrett Kinder, if you make a tiny mistake, that can hurt you. As if you look closely here, Fry Hubbard 5/10.
At one point, that was almost a second lead.
Yeah, he's fighting back right now. Looks like we're going to have a nice race for the lead to finish out this race. See if
maybe Fry saves some tires to make a push for the lead here towards the end.
Yeah, maybe that time he spent behind Logan Sturgeon was saving tires. He didn't want to be too aggressive. And if he was going to make a pass, he wanted to make it an easier pass so he didn't hurt his tires too much.
Now, even the real NASCAR drivers say Kentucky is a really abrasive surface, really hard on tires.
Yeah. You definitely want to be a good tire manager racing here. As you see Fry Hubbard running a different line, that's what he's going to need to start doing. If he keeps getting closer to Kinder here, he's going to need to run a different line, because we see him get in that dirty air and it hurts you. And that's when you start to get into the guessing game.
I believe that when they repaved this place, they artificially aged the surface 10 years.
Really?
I think they did the diamond cutting to give it a real abrasive texture, make for some good racing.
I didn't know that. It's down to 4/10 now or so. It looks like Kinder, he eases it into the turn, where Fry Hubbard is diving it into the turn. And I was going to say get a better run off, but he did not out of turn 4. Fry Hubbard had a way better turn.
Fry Hubbard's on a mission from God here. He wants that win.
As you see right there, only about 2 or 3 car lengths between these two. We are going to have an interesting finish here. 10 laps to go now. About the same gap that we've seen.
Yeah, 8 to go. If he's going to make the move, it's got to be now.
Absolutely. You see him diving in there into the turn. He's driving the brakes off that car right now. It's going to hurt him on exit a little bit. Maybe not. No, that's not going to hurt him too much. While those two are battling, we also have a battle for 3rd position here about to go on. 3-car battle right there. Interesting battle going on there. Still about a 2 or 3 car length gap between Kinder and Hubbard here. Maybe Hubbard's in that dirty air now. He's close enough that dirty air could be hurting him. He's going to have to take a different line. That has to feel helpless, to just know that you might be faster than the person ahead of you, but the dirty air is just not allowing you to get to their bumper.
It's definitely frustrating, because you can get up there and make a move, but you're stuck there. There's nothing you can do. But if you let your emotions get frustrated like that, you very well could make a mistake and throw your race away. But these two are running away from Logan and Matthew here.
Yeah, as we're about.
Looks like Matthew Mann made the pass.
5 to go here, left in this race. last time by, these two were the only two to run a 32-second lap. Everybody else in the pack, well, I'm sorry, we do have people in the back of the pack running 32s and 31s on much fresher tires. But the guys on these older tires, they are absolutely the fastest cars on track and have shown why these two have, sorry, I accidentally switched drivers, but they've shown why these two have pulled away from everybody else. Yeah, Kinder's definitely starting to build that gap up as the battle for third is still going on right now between Matthew Mann and Logan Sturgeon.
Matthew Mann made the pass while we were watching the leaders, and Logan's scratching and clawing to get that podium spot.
Yeah, if we've learned anything from this race from Logan, it's that you may take the spot from him, but he is not going to give it up without a fight.
Here comes the lap car. Josh Lokenvit's going to try. He's got fresher tires, so he really wants to get by these guys just so he can really stretch out and get some good laps.
Yeah, he has to be careful. Doesn't want to accidentally get in the middle of this battle. Because that's Lokenvitz who we assumed earlier, but we don't know officially if maybe he got into some contact earlier because he had to go down to pit road. This car looks clean though.
Yeah, 17 and Josh Oswald's trying to get around these guys too, because it looks like they're in a battle for their own position.
Yeah, for that 8th and 9th position. Is this battle for second still going on? Logan maybe dive bombing a little bit. Nope, he's going to take that spot cleanly away from Mann. Matthew Mann coming
Matt's
back.
He's going to get a good run out of 2. See if he can carry momentum into 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's going to get good momentum. Take that inside.
Yeah, last lap. If somebody's going to make a move, we need to make a move now.
Yep, as we're going to watch this for a little bit more and then go back on board with the leader, Garrett Kinder, as we are about to come to the end of this race. Coming out of turn 4 to take the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Kentucky Speedway. Garrett Kinder looking to take this win to the bank.
7/10 the lead. All he's got to do is just hit his marks one more time.
Yep, doesn't even have to be.
Fry Hubbard drove it in and cut that down to half a second, but it's too little too late.
This Kinder 3 and 4 for the final time in this race. He's dominated most of the race. He spun himself out after a green flag stop. He's going to fight all the way back and win this race.
Fry Hubbard coming in at a close second.
Looks like Matthew Mann.
Mann's going to clear Logan.
Yep. He comes home third.
There's your top 4.
So we see Sam Wetstein coming around. He's going to finish out the top 7 that were on the lead lap. As we go back to your winner of this race, Garrett Kinder.
I'm not sure what the schedule looks like, but I'm willing to bet Kentucky is on it because there was a poll up to see where everybody wanted to race at. As Mr. Kinder burns it down. Kentucky was a driver favorite for the fun run tonight, so I'm sure it'll be on the schedule.
Yeah, out of all the tracks that were being voted on, it was highly picked was Kentucky. As he is still burning it down right now.
There we go.
He's going to blow the tires off that thing.
What's left of him anyways.
All right, well that is 100 laps done at Kentucky. A convincing win for Mr. Kinder. We're going to pull him into the Discord real quick.
maybe.
Maybe.
There we go. Garrett, this is Alex and Zach in the booth. You got us.
Yes, sir.
Quite a dominating performance, even after the cold tire bug bit you there after those pit stops.
Yeah, I was not looking forward to that. I knew I was going to be a little bit loose coming out on fresh tires. It just didn't work out. Ended up coming back with a pretty good run though. Hubbard, he made a heck of a run there at the end. I was glad I was able to hold him off.
Yeah, he was on a mission from God. He was going to take it for you one way or another. You just didn't quite have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, you can answer if you want.
I think a
Uh,
lot of it was the tire saving. The whole time I was talking to the guys, they said I was running a little bit different line, and I guess that line I was on because I didn't know how to run theirs. The line I was on, I guess, was a little better on tires.
yeah, believe it or not, back-to-back laps. The number 4, Evan Emick, spun it out in the same spot, same exact way. You almost followed his tire tracks all the way around, but you just brought out the caution.
Well, I'm very fortunate for that. I don't know if I'd have been able to recover otherwise.
So how we noticed that you were very dominant on the long run. Logan was a bit quicker than others on the short run, but once we got on those long runs, you were able to pull away. How were you able to do that so successfully?
A lot of the guys that looked like were glued pretty much to the bottom for most of the race. I ended up moving about a lane and a half up, and I was just able to kind of cut down, especially coming out of turn two. I feel that's where I was really dominant on the track. Coming off turn two, I was able to cut it down to the low side, and I made a few passes that way after my spin mishap. But I think that's probably what helped out the most on the long run is just being able to move up a lane, save a little bit of tire, and still run decent pace where those guys didn't just take off in the short runs.
You got anything else for him, Alex?
Man, I just want to thank y'all for broadcasting this. It's always a good day to get a win. Thank my brother, Coach Dedmond. He's always helping me out when he can, hyping me up, and of course, thank you to the Original Rebels Racing League for having me. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
All right. Well, nice win, man. Are you going to be racing in the Xfinity Series when it comes around in November?
You know, I did this kind of as a one-off deal. I thought, Kentucky's definitely not my strongest track, and the Xfinities are definitely not my strongest car. But after the night, I think I might stick around.
Hey, well,
Yeah, you were a force to be reckoned with out there.
yeah, well, if you do, I'm looking forward to broadcasting more races with you and as long as along with everybody in this pack. Good one, man.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Let's see if we can't find the 11. See if he's still there.
Yeah, I asked. Yeah, there he is, Fry Hubbard in there.
Fry Harbor, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
You just too little, too late on the push there at the end. Yeah, I thought you were gonna have something for Garrett, but
Yeah,
really,
it's really hard. I mean, the car kept pushing them many laps on the tires on the outside. They were just, they wore out. I tried to give it all I could, but Garrett, you got to give it up to him. He ran a hell of a race there.
Yeah, I mean, you two were kind of the class of the field when it came to the long run, and I asked him this, and I'll ask you this to see what answer you got. How were you able to stay fast on the longer run?
I think that just goes with the setup of the car. I mean, I think they're running the high line at 3 and 4 and keeping it low in 1 and 2 was pretty much the way I run in practice. And I noticed the tire wear wasn't so bad, so I think that gave me you know the better long run shot at it.
Do you think there is anything else that you could have done differently to try to flag down Kinder there in the finish, or do you give it your all and you left everything on the track?
Yeah, I gave it my all. I thought about there was about 7 or 8 to go. I started noticing I was closing in on Garrett, but it seemed like as soon as I got on his bumper, he just pulled away. So whatever tires I had left, they wore out.
Hey, well, you ran a good race. You got anything else? Any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Matt for inviting me to this group of guys, bunch of group of guys here. Logan, he ran a hell of a race there, and it just That's about it.
All right. Well, congratulations on your second place finish, and have a good night.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all do a great job up there in the booth.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Round out the top three. We'll pull in Matthew Mann. Matt, it's Alex and Zach. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, good race, Matthew. I want to start this off. You got into the wall a little bit there after that restart. How were you able to rebound? Because I looked at it and you had some damage, and I thought maybe it'll affect you aerodynamically and hurt you, but it didn't, and you finished third. How were you able to do that?
I'm not real sure that I mean, it was a good shot to the wall. I bounced off it pretty good, but I've always been pretty good at these tracks. I can't talk. Chicagoland, Kentucky. These little D rings like this, I've always done pretty well, and it just works to my strengths, I guess.
It's better to be lucky than good any day.
For sure.
You got any questions for him, Alex?
No.
I'll give you one more. So early on, the top four was kind of Kinder, Hubbard, Sturgeon, and I believe maybe it was you in the top four. I can't remember back to the early, but we've talked about the long run with everybody here. What I'll ask you the same thing because I'm always interested in what people think about how they do things differently from others. How were you able to stay so successful on the long run, especially with that damage?
Just really conserving that right front tire. I knew I could run faster. I knew I could get it down into the 30-second lap times, but when we had such a long green flag run early, I felt like it was more important to save the car for a long run, and it pretty well worked into the favor that way. This is my first race with the group, so and actually my first lap in the car on the track was in qualifying, so I was kind of coming into it blind and didn't really put out a good lap in qualifying, and just kind of followed a few guys' lines and saw where I could roll through the corner and save a little bit of tire and yet still keep the momentum up. And that's what these tracks are really about, is just keeping the momentum on the car. So
Yeah, definitely. I can relate to that. I don't learn whole lot from like doing solo car practice or practice in general qualifying. I learn my faster lines from following people in the race.
yeah, it definitely helps to have somebody to gauge off of. And the interesting thing is you get people with all different ranges of talent in this series. There's guys like Garrett and Fry that are just they're so smooth and so fast, and then you've got some of the really new guys at the back that are still learning how to make the car go left. And they put on a good show just as much as the guys up front. And it was fun starting at the back. I kind of got to see everybody that I was going to race with, and that was pretty fun. So
Well, hey.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
there was solid battles all the way through the pack. I think this is going to be a good series. A lot of good racing. Do you plan on running it full time?
I'm dealing with some medical stuff myself, and as long as I'm physically able to, I plan to start running with the group more often. I just finished up another league in the ARCA car, and looking for something to kind of fill that time slot. So this fits in pretty well, and I know a few of the guys from other groups, and get along pretty well with those guys. So I think the group's pretty awesome. From what I've seen so far, they're all pretty relaxed and not taking it super serious. Where there's no yelling and screaming, and it's nice. It's refreshing to see that.
Yeah, I've been with this group for quite a while, and it's a good group of guys.
Well, before I lead into this, I do want to say I hope everything is well off of what you said medically. I hope everything is well. Do you have any shout outs after this race?
Uh, I want to thank Logan. I think he's the one that put it together, and the last 5 laps or so with him were pretty awesome. I mean, I thought for sure he was going to get me when those lap cars came through, and he did sneak by, but I think I still had just a little bit more tire left to finish that up with him. But all the guys putting it on, the broadcast guys, thank you guys for doing what you do. I know you guys don't always get a lot of thanks for that, and the guys that put it together, it's we couldn't do it without them.
Well, hey, congratulations on your third place finish, and have a good night.
Hey, thank you.
All right, so we're gonna get one more person in here. Logan Sturgeon. He just mentioned that Logan, put all this on for the Xfinity series. So we're gonna pull him in here, and there we go. You got a copy, Logan?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, fourth place finish. Matthew just talked about how good of a battle you guys had. Through your eyes, could you have done anything better there in the end to maybe get past him, or did you leave everything out on the track?
No, I left everything out on the track. I was trying to conserve tires, and tonight I just, no matter what I was doing, I couldn't figure it out. After the race, my right side was at 40%, so I was burning them up faster than I thought. But Matt did one heck of a job uh, racing those last 15 laps with me.
If there was one person on the track who had a dominant short run car and could have benefited from a caution those last 10 to 15 laps, it was you.
I don't even know about that. I don't feel like I had it tonight. I think it really would. I think Fry would have. I think if we would have gotten one more caution around lap 80, I think Fry would have ended up winning tonight because he had a really good short run car.
Well, I've been asking for shout outs, but I will give one shout out myself to you for, running this Xfinity League and putting on a good race. And do you have anything to say to promote the Xfinity Series racing?
I mean, for anybody who's watching and you guys are looking for a nice league, laid back league with a good group of guys, Original Rebels, Xtreme Xfinity Series is going to be it. Matt came to me and Jason and asked us to do this, and this is our first kind of little preseason race, I guess you could call it, and it seemed to be like a hit. So it's only uphill from here, or going up from here. I think we're gonna have a really good series with this, and you guys did an amazing job tonight. I had you guys on in the background, and I really liked what I saw. So hopefully you guys want to continue doing broadcasting for this series.
Absolutely, the racing looked great from the booth point of view. A lot of two wide racing and a lot of hard but clean racing. So shout out to you guys for that, putting on a show. Fourth place finish. Congratulations on that, and have a good night.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
If there's one thing for certain, it's going to be some good hard racing all season. It's anybody's ball game.
Oh, absolutely. There's not one like dominant car. I think different drivers are going to benefit from the different tracks we run, and we got a really good season. It's going to be just 10 weeks, but we got super speedways, we got the mile and a half, we even got a road course in there. So, you know, we'll see who benefits off of which tracks, but it's going to be a competitive season, and I'm very excited for it to start.
All right, you got anything else, Logan, for us?
No, I think that's it. Like I said, I appreciate you guys broadcasting tonight, and can't wait to do it again.
All right, you have a good night, man.
You too.
Yeah. While we're promoting the original Rebels crew, we race the trucks on Sunday night, and that's kind of our big premier league. We got 20. We've had anywhere from 22 to 30 trucks start. Saturday night's kind of a warm up for that, and the Cup cars. This series will be on Friday nights, and on Tuesday night, I will be hosting the Tuesday night Dirt Invader series, which will be street stocks. It'll be an 8-week season. So if you're one of those dirt guys, hit us up. I got the league for you.
All right, before we head out here, we're going to run through the final race results. As you saw, Garrett Kinder is your race winner. Fry Hubbard with the second place finish, and Matthew Mann rounding out the top 3. Logan Sturgeon with the 4th place finish, and rounding out the top 5 is Michael Swink. 6th place, Charles Elmore. 7th place, Sam Wetstein. 8th place, Josh Lokenvitz. 9th, Josh Oswald, and rounding out the top 10, Richard Williamson. Finishing in 11th, Jason Madsen. 12th position, Tyler Rice. Coming home 13th, Evan Amick. 14th, Micah Uribe. And 15th, Douglas Wolcott. That is the race from Kentucky. Alex, you got anything left to say about this race?
It was good, clean racing all the way around. I mean, everywhere you looked on the track, where there was a battle for quite a long time, and I think the only contact that I think was made was a car and a wall. So,
yeah, I was very impressed by the clean racing factor of this race. And like I said, I mean, these guys weren't just, single file the entire race. They were battling for positions and still able to keep it clean. So if that's any hint of what this series is going to be like starting in early November, I'm definitely excited to broadcast this series and, 10 weeks of fun racing between these guys and hopefully new people that come into the league after seeing this. So definitely a fun race from Kentucky. That is 100 laps in the book. And one final time, Garrett Kinder is your winner. From Zach Wetstein and Alex Vaith in the booth, y'all have a good night. See you guys later.